Hello, my beautiful friends. If you are new here, my name is Shay, and this is my channel, A Book Affair. If you are not and you're returning, hey girl, hey guy, hey, and welcome back. Okay, so just to go ahead and give you guys a little heads up, today I decided to record 2 videos in one day, okay? So you guys will see this video, which obviously by the title, you will see my most anticipated reads for the 2025 year, okay? And then I will obviously be filming another one right after this. If you see your girl in the same outfit and do up and makeup, that's why, okay? Just want to put that out there. Okay, so I am excited to talk about the books that are releasing this year in 2025 and those that I am looking forward to. Now, I'm going only through June. There were some additional books that I had on here. What is this? Is that the screen? Oh, okay. So there were some additional books to the ones that I will be sharing with you guys today. However, I decided there's no need to include absolutely every single book. Just because I'm not included does not mean that I'm no longer anticipating them. However, I decided to just go ahead and highlight the books that I decided that I will be sharing with you guys today instead. Perhaps I may mention them as honorable mentions, but honestly, I don't know. Probably not, depends on how I feel by the time we get towards the end of this recording. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So there are some, typically I kind of go in these videos blind, not even gonna lie, gonna be honest and transparent. However, I did a little homework, I did a little, making sure I jog my memory on what some of these books were about. So for the books that I can remember, the overall synopsis, I will just briefly tell you guys what I believe they are about. Take it with a grain of salt. Please feel free to go look up these books on your own if you are interested in any of them, okay? Because this memory may not be memorizing. My memory may be struggling, okay? And so then for the ones that I just feel like I really can't put into words, and if the synopsis on Goodreads is short enough, I will look over here to either my MacBook or my additional screen and read you guys what it is. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Also, do y'all like this setup where you kind of see my fiction books in the background? Do you guys prefer the other bookshelf with the gold where, my first few ones were shot in front of, which is more so my nonfiction? Or do you guys like when you don't see the window? I think, which was my last video, you don't see the window, but you see me closer on that and sitting in this chair. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I really wish, even though I do not want multiple bookshelves, because for one, I know that I'm not gonna want to pack them up, move them, do all that stuff. Like, it's cute. Like, I would love to have the average book girly bookshelf that's 3 or 4 bookshelves and it's filled from top to bottom with books. But me, I don't like clutter. Ask my husband, I get so tired of clutter. And honestly, my outfits look, the part y'all can't see, of course, right? It looks a mess. And I really need to get stuff in order as well. So it's like, I just don't want to deal with that, right? Anyway, I don't know why I mentioned that. Why did I just mention that? I don't know. We're just gonna jump right into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my iPad as a reference so I can memorize the order of these releases. Now, since we are already in January, it is January 21st, and today is actually the 11th birthday of my best friend slash niece. She is 11 today, my baby Jade. Happy birthday, Jade. I already sung to her and stuff this morning and she was laughing at me, but I may not sound like Beyonce, but I make sure my people feel special on their birthdays, okay? So today is January 21st, so therefore some of these books have already been released, the ones that I have for the month of January, and obviously I will make sure I include the book as well as the release date on here. So do not judge a girl, right? Because again, I have at least 4 of them that have already been released in the month of January, but that's okay. That's okay. No, actually, all 5. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So it'll really be anticipated releases February through June because all the books in January have already been released. Now, also, I made sure that when I was compiling the list and trying to put them in order of release date, I noticed that one book did have 2 different release dates. And so I made sure to kind of like confirm the release date. So I actually ended up going on the publisher's website and found the most accurate one. However, as we know, as I'm recording this video and after I upload it, the release dates for all of these could absolutely change, with exceptions obviously of the ones that have already been released. So please just take this also with a grain of salt. Do not be mad at me if I give you a release date and it changed, but as of today, these are the release dates. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So for the first book, it is A Sea of Unspoken Things by Adrienne Young. And Adrienne Young is most known for The Unmaking of June Farrow. Now, to be completely honest, that is honestly still on my TBR and something I want to read. I have yet to read The Unmaking of June Farrow. However, anytime I've watched the BookTube girlies review it, it really has me intrigued, and it still does have me intrigued to this day. Again, I just haven't gotten around to it. I do plan on getting around to it in this year, in 2025. But of course, with me seeing her coming out with another book, A Sea of Unspoken Things, and this already released January 7th, I had to add it. I just had to add it. Go ahead and tell you guys what A Sea of Unspoken Things is about. From what I can remember, it is about 2 siblings. One sibling, something tragic ends up happening. I believe it is a sister and a brother. Something tragically happens to the brother. The sister and the brother, they are really close. I'm like, what are their names? Maybe I should give you their names. Their names are James and Johnny, which when I was reading, I had to read it multiple times because I was like, James, it's not like a unisex thing, right? Like, it's usually a guy's name, but James is the sister from the Goodreads description, and Johnny, okay? And so I believe Johnny is the one that comes up missing. Yeah, it says James's deep connection with her twin brother Johnny. So James is the girl, Johnny is the guy. So something tragic happens to Johnny, and since they were very close, like she can kind of sense it and feel it. James, she goes off to pretty much handle the affairs since Johnny is now missing. However, some secrets of their past is threatened to be exposed, and so now she's kind of juggling to determine what will remain hidden and what will, you know, be revealed. And so just solely off of that, it intrigued me. And also, again, I've been interested in The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young, and so therefore I had to add it to my most anticipated releases for 2025. On to the next book. The next book is Isaac's Song by Daniel Black. Now, also another caveat, y'all, not promise, I'm not gonna have that many caveats, but we're gonna see. However, I know that there is another book prior to Isaac's Song, and it is Don't Cry For Me by Daniel Black. I actually currently have Isaac's Song. That was my book of the month pick, actually. Totally forgot to include that for my last video. Did it actually fit it? No, I don't think it even fit it. I don't even think it fit the things in that video. However, I remembered after I completed that video. But yes, Isaac's Song was my, January pick for book of the month. And I chose to get an audio version. The reason I chose to get an audio version is because, as y'all know, I'm an audiobook girly. But also, anytime it deals with race, especially the injustices of Black people in our community, y'all, I'm easily triggered. And I really usually stay far away from that, to be completely honest. However, I learned about Don't Cry For Me and Isaac's Song from Desmond Z over on his channel, and just the way he explained it, it really intrigued me. And to be completely honest, I am terrified to go into these books. Like, I'm not even gonna act like I'm a badass. I am terrified to go into it. However, I am going to, just because of the sake of the stories that are being told. And so Don't Cry for Me, however, is about, it's about the, I believe, the problematic relationship between a father and his son. And I believe the father is possibly on his deathbed. Please don't judge me if I'm not correct. Is on his deathbed, and perhaps he's making amends with his son. Okay, Isaac's song is Isaac, which is the son's story. And so Isaac was encouraged by his therapist, and this is going on in the 80s. So, you know, the Rodney Kings, the AIDS epidemic, all of those things are going on. And so the therapist encourages Isaac to pretty much rewrite his own story, for lack of better words, in my understanding. And again, I just think with the just the storytelling behind it, and when I did first run across these books, I was like, okay, I am intrigued. However, again, I normally just stay away from those types of books because I just get very upset and all of these other not so good emotions when I think about just how Black people in America are treated. But that's a topic for another day. That's not for this video or this channel, honestly. However, since I did go ahead and get Isaac's song for book of the month, and my audio book is ready for it right now, but I do want to definitely engage in reading Don't Cry for Me first before I dive into Isaac's song. All right, another caveat, sorry guys. My next book, oh, did I say Isaac's song came out January 14th? If I didn't, I apologize. Isaac's song came out January 14th officially. The next one also came out on January 14th, and this is Cross My Heart by Megan Collins. I've never read anything by Megan Collins, but once again, this book also caught my interest. It's more so of a mystery thriller. Cross My Heart is about a woman who received the heart of a well-known, what is he a journalist? He is a local celebrity author. So a woman receives the heart of a man who was a local celebrity author after his wife passed. So she now has his heart. In some kind of way, she is convinced that since she has this author's wife's heart, that they are meant to be together. And as I'm sure you can imagine, crazy things go on. And so just off that, it again caught my attention. A little bit more about this book. So Rosie, who's the main character, ends up communicating with the local celebrity author. His name is Morgan. I guess to learn more about his wife, which again is the donor of the heart that she received. And just because of that, she now feels like Morgan and herself as in Rosie, are meant to be together. So completely insane, right? And that's just enough to, you know, keep me on my toes and to keep my interest. The next one also released on January 14th. This one is called The Business Trip by Jessica Garcia. Oh, I forgot that quick what The Business Trip is about. However, I think it's about two women that have absolutely no connection to one another. They are traveling, and once they get to their destinations, they are supposed to meet with the guy, but this guy supposedly ends up being the same guy, and like crazy things start happening. It says Stephanie and Jasmine have nothing and everything in common. The two women don't know each other, but are on the same plane. Stephanie is on a business trip, and Jasmine is fleeing an abusive relationship. After a few days, they text their friends the same exact messages about the same man. The messages are becoming stranger and more erratic. And then the two women vanish. The text goes silent, the red flags go up, the panic sets in. When Jasmine and Stephanie are each other declared missing and in danger, it begins the questions. Who is Trent McCarthy? What did he do to these women? Or what did they do to him? Do I need to say more? Okay, so the business trip. Next one, moving on. Okay, you guys, so the very last one for the month of January actually was released today on January 21st, is The Inheritance by Trisha Sacklecha. There we go. I think I said it. With this one, there is obviously an inheritance, which is in the title. And so it just seems like there is a family reunion where everyone is coming in with some underlying motive. They are secrets. They are on a luxury island, private island at that. And so we already know anytime it's a private island and some type of group setting, some BS gonna pop off. So it is considered a mystery thriller and some suspense, and just that within itself caught my attention. So yeah, that is the very last one for the month of January. All right, moving on into the month of February. So I only have one book for the month of February, and this one is called Needy Little Things by Chanel Desamores. I truly hope I pronounced that right. This is actually a YA mystery. I do enjoy a good YA book. And so I am excited about this one. All right, so this one is about Soraya. Soraya has powers where she can hear the needs of other people. And so therefore something happened to one of her friends where her friend vanished. And now Soraya is trying to figure out if her gift led to this friend vanishing. And so obviously other things unfold and she does not trust the police to do their job. And so it seems like Soraya goes on, again trying to read, it seems like Soraya goes on to just put this in her own hands to find her friend who she believes is now in danger. Yeah, and I really have a really good time with YA. So yes, that is Needy Little Things, and that comes out on February 4th. Okay, so moving on to the month of March. Don't really have too many for the month of March either, but is this what the girls do? Is this what the girls do? So for the month of March, a book that I already have on pre-order. I already have it on pre-order, okay? March 4th, the third novel of the trilogy comes out. What trilogy, you're wondering? Okay, I'll tell you. I did all that, sorry. Okay, so Oathbound by Tracy Deonn comes out on March 4th, and I am so excited. I already know when that book comes out, I'm not going to wait to read it. Once I pick up my book from Barnes & Noble, I am diving right into that book. I am diving right into Oathbound. I cannot wait to get back into Bree's world and really find out what's going to happen now. So the very first book, Legendborn, okay? The second book was Bloodmarked. The third book that's releasing March 4th is Oathbound. And y'all, when I say I did not know I would enjoy like a YA fantasy type book like that, I had no idea. Oh my gosh, it was a ride. It was a ride. It was a ride. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So I really can't tell you guys what book 3 is about because obviously it would be spoilers for books 1 and 2. I really don't know what to say. I don't want to spoil it. But Bree is she's a black girl who discovers that she has magic, and she goes on a journey of kind of like learning what that means, what happened to her mom. She is coming into herself in that realm and the magic that comes with that. And obviously a lot of stuff happens. Again, there's not really much I can say. I really enjoyed it. Chef's kiss. I cannot wait. March 4th, Oathbound by Tracy Deonn. I already pre-ordered. That thing been pre-ordered since probably November. Probably December. It's been pre-ordered, honey. Barnes & Noble actually emailed me like maybe 2 weeks ago, reminding me like, hey, your book will be coming. I know. And I will be there. So moving on. The next one also comes out March 4th. And if you guys have watched my channel, and again, I've only been doing this for about 2 or 3 months, right? But I have mentioned this author as well because these are just some feel-good, cozy books for me, and I cannot wait. So the next one is Finlay Donovan Digs Her Own Grave by Elle Casamano. You guys, I know that when you think of like, I don't know, literary gold, I don't know, like depending on what you're comparing it to, it's not one of those books that's going to have you like thinking and you're going to be pondering after you read it. Like, no, it's not that. It is truly a very fun, witty, cozy mystery book that's going to have you giggling and just really like asking yourself, how did Finlay allow herself to get into this again? Okay, so I have read, I believe, the first 3. I think I still have to read Finlay Donovan Rolls the Dice. And I believe this is the 5th book. This is book number 5, okay? And again, these are books that I really enjoy. Every single book I've read, the first 3, I've rated it a 5-star. And that is just simply because it makes me feel good. It makes me laugh. It's one of those books, like, it's really like fast-paced as well. So it's one of those books that, for me, if I'm in a reading slump, I know I can go to and I'll enjoy. I don't think I've ever actually read those books when I was in a reading slump, however, but it's still a very good time. Very light, very funny. You'll get a nice little kiki here and there. And so I cannot wait for the 5th one. I need to go ahead and catch up and, you know, read Finlay Donovan Rolls the Dice, because I know, like, it's probably going to be a hoot. Her and Vera are a hoot. But I'm looking forward to it. It's just one of those, like, fun books that you just gotta have. Like, girl, how did you get into this? How are you still involved in this mess? It's crazy. It's crazy. So yes, those are the only 2 books I have for the month of March. So that is Oathbound by Tracy Dion, and then book 2 is Finlay Donovan Digs Her Own Grave. Both come out March 4th, and that one's by Elle Casamano. We're almost there, y'all. We're almost there. For the month of April, and we only have 1, okay? But I really, really enjoy the works of this author. I've only read 1 series. However, I need to dive into another, and I'm excited, okay? King of Envy, which is book 5 of the King of Sin series. I believe that is what it's called, by Anna Wong. You guys, I can't wait. I can't wait to dive into it because I haven't yet dove into the series yet. I have book 1 on my shelf, King of Wrath. I bought it several months ago, last year in 2024, after completing the Twisted series. When I say, Anna, you knew what you was doing with the Twisted series, honey. I was snatched by those books. Absolutely love books 1 through 4. And when I say the entire series was a 5 for me, but yes, Anna Wong, like, I trust that King of Wrath is great. I trust that the King of Sin series is great, just because I enjoy the Twisted series so much. I don't think I said this, but King of Envy comes out April 29th, and I just can't wait to get into that series, honestly. All right, so May also, moving on to that, I also only have 1 book, and that is My Friends by Frederick Bachman. Frederick Bachman, I just finally discovered him for myself in the month of December, and I absolutely love his writing style and what he does. So My Friends is about, from my understanding, the main character, her name is Louisa, I believe. How about I just read it? It says, wow, 21 hours. That's a long book, Frederick. That's a long book. 21 hours and 30 minutes. That's a long book. Anyway, let me read y'all what this is about, because I clearly couldn't describe it. I'm only going to read most of it. I'm not going to read all of it. It says, most people don't even notice them. Three tiny figures sitting at the end of a long pier in the corner of one of the most famous paintings in the world. Most people think it's just a depiction of the sea, but Louisa, an artist herself, knows otherwise, and she's determined to find out the story of these three enigmatic figures. And so it goes on to describe that 25 years earlier, a group of teenagers from difficult home situations spend their day on a pier to one another and telling stories. And then it goes on to say these four lost souls find in each other a reason to get up each morning, a reason to dream. And then the very last part says, out of that summer emerges a transcendent work of art, a painting that will unexpectedly be put into 18-year-old Louisa's care. As she struggles to decide what to do with this bequest, she embarks on a surprise-filled cross-country journey to learn the story of how the painting came to be. The closer she gets to the painting's birthplace, the more she feels compelled to unleash her own artistic spirit. But happy endings don't always take the form we expect in this fresh testament to the transformative power of friendship and art. That was a lot. However, I want to dive into it because I know that what I have learned from reading Frederick Bachman's, granted I've only read one full novel and one short story like I mentioned earlier, his stories have an overall, like, there is a bigger picture to it, right? There's going to be some moments of laughter, there's going to be some moments of sadness, there's going to be some moments where you feel like you are in the shoes of the character, so you know you will be experiencing empathy. And I just really am interested to see how he takes an 18-year-old getting some world famous painting and how it drives her to I guess transcend in other ways herself, and how the lives of, I'm guessing, the teenager in said painting, you know, whatever hardships they may have experienced brought them to, I don't know, but y'all, Frederick's gonna do it. He's gonna do it in a way that, like, it's gonna blow my mind, and I'm gonna be like, wow, right? So that is my friend's Frederick Bachman, that comes out May 20th, if I had not already said that. Okay, y'all, last one, because again, I crossed out some that were initially on this list. The last one is for the month of June, and I guess for July through December, I'll do a part 2 later on. The very last book for my most anticipated reads for 2025 is A Mastery of Monsters by LaSalle Sandberry, and I cannot wait to dive into this one. I discovered Blood Like Magic and Blood Like Fate, which are both by LaSalle Sandberry. And again, YA fantasy. This one, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, it quickly says that her brother disappeared sophomore year. Everyone thinks that the stress of college got to him, but August, which is the sister, knows her brother would never have left her voluntarily, especially not after their mother so recently went missing, right? And so, again, just knowing how the storyline in, like, the Blood Like Magic and Blood Like Fate unfolded. I still have to read Delicious Monsters by LaSalle as well. It's been on my TBR list for quite some time. I do know that I enjoy her work based on the first series I read, which is Blood Like Magic and Blood Like Fate. And so therefore, when it comes down to A Mastery of Monsters, I just am really intrigued and interested to give it a shot, to give this author another shot. So, all right. We made it to the end, friends. We made it. If you have made it, give yourself a round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I really hope you guys enjoy my most anticipated reads of 2025. If any of our books overlap, please let me know which ones. And if you guys have any books in 2025 based on the ones that I've shared so far on this channel or even in this video that you think your girl would like, please feel free to recommend as well. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please hit that notification bell so you are aware of the next time I upload a video. And I will talk to you guys real soon. Bye. There I go. There I go. There I go. As we know, at the said all that to say why. I have no idea. Oh, I'm acting like I can't talk. Okay, and see.